Now, over the last couple of years, there's been an explosion of games in the emerging genre of action roguelikes, with Vampire Survivors leading the charge. However, there's another game that I think is just as good, Halls of Torment. Just like Vampire Survivors, Halls of Torment is a highly addictive and replayable game with many characters to choose from, with their own special attacks and abilities, and they can be strengthened further with any combination of the many additional skills and equipment you can pick up, filling the screen with an ungodly amount of projectiles. There's even quests to fulfill that unlock more of all of those things. Whereas Vampire Survivors is mostly inspired by Castlevania, Halls of Torment takes a lot of aesthetic cues from the first Diablo, giving the game a very charming and nostalgic art direction. There's even a type of post-game, so to speak, that increases the difficulty of a run with more and more modifiers in exchange for increased XP gain. It really is a game that can sink its claws into you and not let go, and it's a flexible experience too. You can play for 10 or 15 minutes or go on for hours on end. Halls of Torment was in early access for about a year and a half, but it just had its full release not too long ago. The game's full, non-discounted price is $6.66, har har, and it takes up just shy of 1.5 gigabytes of space. Now let's take a trip back to 2004 with another action-packed shooter that pits you against the forces of hell. And no, it's not Doom this time. I'm talking about Painkiller Black Edition. This was the debut title of studio People Can Fly, and what a debut it was. Painkiller is a no-nonsense, visceral game where its strengths lie in the variety of basically everything. Weapons, art direction, enemies, there's a lot to see and a lot to shoot. If you want a classic early 2000s shooter that's all about running forward and shooting the shit out of everything that pops up in front of you, this is your game. And most likely, the stake gun will be your weapon so you can pin demonic losers to the wall. This game is such a pure shooter experience that it doesn't even bother with things like key hunting to open locked doors, and it barely even has cutscenes in it. It's one of those games that is ideal for anyone who wants to start it up and immediately get into the action with little to no thought, and I say that as a compliment. The full, non-discounted price of the game is $10, and it takes up less than 3.5 gigabytes of space.